health coach. Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you are working harder than your clients? You show up with all the tips, the resources, and information, but they still don't follow through, and you end up feeling drained and frustrated, and maybe even you start wondering, am I actually helping them? Well, if any of this sounds familiar, you are probably slipping into expert mode, where you give advice, educate, and tell your clients what to do. And don't get me wrong, this absolutely comes from a good place. You just want to help. But here's the truth. Information alone does not create change. So today I'm going to share with you 3 practical ways to shift from teaching and being that expert into true behavioral change coaching that you can start using today with your clients. And if you stick around to the end, I will give you one powerful question that you can use in your very next session that's going to instantly help your clients feel more motivated to make progress toward their goals. So tip number 1 is ask, don't tell. So when a client tells you they want to eat healthier, your instinct might be to jump in with tips. We'll add more vegetables, prep your meals, cut back on sugar. That's suggesting it's not coaching. Instead, what we want to try is asking, what does healthier eating look like for you? This is going to shift the focus from your expertise to their perspective and their wisdom. And clients are going to be much more likely to follow through when the idea is theirs, not yours. By making this switch into asking versus telling, your clients are going to feel empowered and heard, not judged or directed. And you're going to feel the benefits too, because you are no longer stuck in this exhausting role of having to know it all, having all the answers, and fixing your clients' problems. So tip number 2 is reflect, don't correct. So picture this. A client says, I really want to exercise last week, but I was too tired after work. Well, your expert mode might kick in by saying, maybe you should try working out in the morning instead. This is you thinking you know what might work best for your client. But behavioral change coaching sounds more like, so I'm hearing that being tired after work makes it hard to get your movement in. So using that simple reflection is going to help your client feel understood. And often what happens is they're going to move into their own problem solving. And they might just say something like, well, maybe I could just do something lighter in the evenings, like stretching or going for a short walk at lunch. Or maybe I might even try working out in the mornings. So the benefit in reflecting instead of correcting is that it's going to help your client build their own problem solving skills and learn that they already have the answers inside of them. They start to believe and trust in themselves. Plus, if the plan came from them, chances of success are much higher. And of course, there's a benefit to you as well. You don't have to feel responsible for the solutions. You're simply guiding the coaching process so the client can come up with their own solutions. And tip number 3 is small wins over big prescriptions. One big trap of expert mode is giving clients a huge list of action steps. Drink like 8 glasses of water, track your food, cut out soda, hit 10,000 steps. That's pretty overwhelming, right? So chances are your client won't be successful at doing all of this. So instead, we want to focus on the small wins. So ask something like, what's one thing you'd like to try to work on this week that feels realistic? Maybe they're just going to choose 1 extra glass of water at lunch. It may sound small, but those small steps add up to big change over time. Those small wins turn into habits. And you want your client to come back next week feeling successful, not like a failure. So the benefit is choosing those small wins over big prescriptions for your client is that they're actually going to stick with it, which is going to build their confidence and momentum that they can build on. And the benefit for you is that you're going to see real progress instead of this cycle of discouragement and frustration from your client. So as promised, here's the other powerful question that you can use in your very next coaching session to shift the dynamic right away with your client. Ask a scaling question. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it for you to make this change? And then depending on the number, you can explore it even further. Tell me why you chose this number. If the number is below a 6, it's probably not that important to them. But if it's a 7 or above, they're likely to make some more progress toward it. So this question is really pure gold because it's going to prompt your client to share and tap into their motivation, their big why, and and their reasoning behind it. And that really is the foundation of sustainable change. So if you are tired of teaching and telling and feeling all the pressure to be the expert, remember these 3 shifts. Ask, don't tell, reflect, don't correct, and focus on the small wins. And of course, try out that importance scaling question. You will be amazed at how much more your clients open up and how much more motivated they are. So if this was helpful, drop a comment below. Tell me which of these tips you're going to try first. And if you want more practical strategies like this, check out the description below for more information. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Bye for now.